Yeah, I'm here on the ferry, and my plan was to bring a picture of a really great picture of Samuel Beckett, and of course I've forgotten it. But I think there's another video that I can post of me the last time I was coming over on the ferry, where I drew Samuel Beckett's picture, and he's got a great face. And I love what he said. One of my favourite quotes from him is, "Perhaps my best years are gone, but I wouldn't want them back, not for the fire in me now." So with that fire in me, I'm going to do this drawing of Saoirse Ronan instead. It's on the free magazine from Stenolane there. So I'm just going to do a quick drawing, pencil from a photo, and I've got rubber and sharpener here as well. Okay, right, so here goes. You can see the sea in the background as well. That'll be quite nice. Okay, so it's this image here that I'm working from, and I wanted to have the photograph as close as possible to the paper because all drawing is memory work really, and you want to be able to, as easy as possible, see and transfer the information with as much ease as you can. I want to try and move around as swiftly as possible so that I don't really linger over any one bit, but keep it all kind of energizing and keep it all alive, I suppose. And finding the two directions of the eyebrows is always fairly helpful, and then maybe seeing the shape of the forehead almost like a flat top triangle. And then there's quite a nice shadow down here on the right hand side. Just trying to put pencil on its side to describe that. And I'm not going into too much detail there because I know I can use the rubber to lift out the lights anyway. And your self-portrait, Rona, you did a lovely job using the rubber to lift out the light on the bridge of the nose, so I'm inspired by that now here. Okay. If you want to see Rona's portrait, you can have a look on the Facebook group page. And send me a message if you want me to invite you to be a member. The link is in the email anyway. Okay, all the way down to the jaw. It's quite a striking, unique face. And then the dark of the upper lip. Longer on this side than the other side because she's turning away from us, of course. And anything that's shorter over here will give the feel of the turn of the head. A bit of a shadow underneath the lower lip is always kind of helpful when there to describe the form in that area. And maybe just do a very thin outline of the light side. And I think a broken line on the light side of the face is kind of handy. This maybe sinks back a little bit further there though. It's a nice area of light on the chin. And there's a very clear triangle of dark here between the cuff of her jumper and the jawline. Okay for time. I'm getting a sore arm on my left there because I'm holding up the magazine with them and the sketchbook. Magazine and the sketchbook. So you might be able to find a face that's particularly inspiring for you to draw from. Bring it up a bit closer there. And there she is. Okay, so let's see now. And then for the nose, let me just find the roughly horizontal shape of the cavity of the nostril there. And then the other one comes in a little bit more steeply. Right there. And then there's a kind of a C shape where the nostril meets the cheek. My biceps are struggling here on the left, trying to hold up the book. So it's no harm to get me to move a bit more quickly as well. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so the eye. I'm going to see if I can find the position of the iris in relation to the turn of the eyebrow above it. And it's kind of slightly to the left of the bend in the eyebrow. And then there's this lovely dark shadow underneath the upper surface of the lower lid that really helps to describe the depth in that area. The photograph is really well lit. And there's the pupil and the dark is almost like an overhanging shadow from the eyelid onto the iris, and then there's this lovely area of light on the lid itself. And then fairly soon I want to go over and start describing the other eye so that they read well together. And darken down that a little bit more again. And it's my belief that you can kind of adjust things all the time as you work your way through. As long as you keep a lightness to your touch, you're able to adjust the marks. Most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it just all goes pear-shaped. Okay, and then there's a slant up the way there. So seeing where the eyelashes would cut through the eyebrow. And then trying to find the position of the iris on this side. It's a little bit smaller because it's further away from us, on the other side of the nose there. And it's lower down than this one. And there's a dark triangle where the corner of the eye is. Just I need a shoulder massage after this. Okay. And very often you'll find that if you just subdue the tones in the eye a little bit, it kind of makes enough sense if it's across on the other side of the face and it's not calling too much attention to itself. This eye can often just settle down, so I'm just trying to kind of mute the shadows around it for now. Maybe even just rub over it with the rubber. See how we're going there. Excuse me. Okay. There's a bit of a dip in between the eyebrows there that causes there to be a touch more of a shadow in there and up here than there is on the forehead. And just general area of dark here. I need to bring you around so that you can see it maybe a little bit more clearly. Or more closely. Okay. So probably just about another minute or so left. Just gonna sketch that in there. I have no idea now if you can see what I'm doing or not because the camera is actually, the tripod is on my knee. But I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, you could see, couldn't you? There she is. And there's a little drawing. Really, I just wanted to kind of suggest that you can do a drawing anywhere, you know, pencil and paper, and even if you forget your source, the load, you photograph of somebody. I almost asked someone sitting over there to model for me, but I thought, you know, that's just going to be a whole rigmarole and it might end up going pear-shaped. But maybe on the way back on Wednesday, I'll see if I can do that. Okay, I hope you enjoy today's challenge. Right, there's the picture again. All the very best. See ya.